Hi everyone, welcome to video 6 of the series Patent Agent Exam 2025. My name is Tanu Goyal and I am the director and founder of WSLI. In this video, we are going to move on to the next chapter, that is chapter 3 of the Indian Patents Act 1970. This chapter includes 6 sections, that is section 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Section 6 is important and talks about persons entitled to apply for patents, that is, who is exactly entitled to apply for a patent application. Generally, one question comes from this section in the written papers of this exam, and a few questions from previous papers of 2024, 23 and 2022 are here on the screen. Now let's read the section. Section 6.1 says, subject to the provisions contained in section 134, which we will be covering in the coming videos, an application for a patent for an invention may be made by any of the following persons. A. By any person claiming to be the true and first inventor of the invention. Before we cover the next category, let's first understand who qualifies as a true and first inventor of an invention. Section 21Y of the Indian Patents Act specifies that true and first inventor does not include either the first importer of an invention into India or a person to whom an invention is first communicated from outside India. So who is the true and first inventor of an invention? An inventor in the truest sense is the one who not only conceives the idea but also substantially contributes towards arriving at the optimum solution for an identified problem and actually intervenes substantially in developing the invention. That is, he translates the mere idea on paper into an actual working model of an invention. Why is it important to know who is the true and first inventor of an invention? Now, there are multiple reasons. If the true and first inventor of the invention does not apply for the patent, it can even challenge the validity of patent. Sometimes, a person who merely suggested an idea or performed the experiments under the supervision of the inventor or was consulted to understand the technology start claiming themselves to be the first and true inventor of the invention when they are actually not. To understand how the Controller General of Patents interprets section 6.1a, you can go through these two cases displayed on the screen. These cases shed light on who will be the true and first inventor of an invention in case of an employer-employee relationship. Now let's also understand where these inventor details are actually displayed while applying for a patent application. This on the screen is Form 1, which is used to apply for a patent application. Now let's cover the next category of persons entitled to apply for a patent application. By any person being the assignee of the person claiming to be the true and first inventor of the invention. Now, if the true and first inventor of an invention transfers or assigns his rights to another party in writing, then that party becomes an assignee of the inventor and is entitled to apply for a patent application. In the pharmaceutical space, it often happens that universities, research institutes, and even smaller companies transfer or assign their rights to bigger companies, and then they become the assignee of those inventions and have the entitlement to apply for the patent application. Coming to the next category of persons entitled to apply for a patent, by the legal representative of any deceased person who immediately before his death was entitled to make such an application. Legal representative has also been defined in section 2.1k. When a patent application is filed by a legal representative of the deceased person, the death certificate along with other appropriate documents as the proof of right are submitted along with the patent application. Section 6.2 says that an application under subsection 1 may be made by any of the persons referred to therein, either alone or jointly with any other person. Now let's come to section 7 of the Indian Patents Act 1970. Section 7(1) says that every application for a patent shall be for one invention only and shall be made in Form 1, and the fees for e-filing is INR 1600 and for physical filing is INR 1750. You can go through the fees disclosed in Schedule 1 of the Indian Patents Act 1970. Section 7(1)(a) says that every international application under the PCT, that is Patent Cooperation Treaty, for a patent, as may be filed designating India, shall be deemed to be an application under this Act if a corresponding application has also been filed before the controller in India. Section 7(1)(b) says the filing date of an application referred to in subsection 1A and its complete specification processed by the Patent Office as designated office or elected office shall be the IFD or international filing date accorded under the PCT. We have already discussed section 7(2) while discussing section 6. So moving on to section 7(3), every application under this section shall state that the applicant is in possession of the invention and shall name the person claiming to be the true and first inventor, and where the person so claiming is not the applicant or one of the applicants, the application shall contain a declaration that the applicant believes the person so named to be the true and first inventor. This again was discussed when we discussed section 6. Coming to section 7(4), every such application, not being a convention application or an application filed under the PCT designating India, shall be accompanied by a provisional or complete specification. When you file Form 1, that is application for grant of patent, it is to be accompanied by Form 2, which is the provisional or complete specification. We will be discussing patent specifications in detail in the coming sections. Now coming to section 8 of the Indian Patents Act 1970, again an important section from exam point of view, because generally one question comes from this section, and because very recently in Patent Amendment Rules 2024 made an amendment in Rule 12 which is linked to section 8. So you can definitely expect one question from this section this time. Now, if I were to explain this particular section in a very simple language, whenever an applicant tries to file a patent application in India, he or she is required to furnish the details of other patent applications, the corresponding ones being filed for the same invention outside India as well. That is, whatever patent applications the inventor is filing to get a wider coverage across the world, he needs to furnish the details of such patent applications along with the patent application being filed in India. Patent Amendment Rules 2024 made changes in Rule 12, which is linked to Section 8, where the time frame for filing statements and undertakings have changed. So definitely expect one question around these changed time frames for filing statements and undertakings from Section 8, Rule 12. The amendment to Rule 12(2) has actually brought a major relief to the applicants who are prosecuting applications in other countries other than India. So prior to the amendment, the applicant had to file the statement and undertaking in Form 3 within 6 months from the date of filing of patent application. Then subsequent information regarding the foreign applications had to be communicated to the controller within 6 months of the date of filing of the foreign application, or if the status of the foreign application changed, let's say from application to published or granted in the foreign country. So this information also had to be filed in Form 3. While Rule 12(1)(a) remains unchanged, requiring the applicant to still furnish details of existing foreign applications, the revised Rule 12(2) provides that the subsequent information has to be filed within 3 months from the date of issuance of first statement of objections from the controller. This is applicable to all types of applications, whether through regular or expedited examination processes. With this, we come to the end of this video. In the next video, we are going to cover sections 9, 10 and 11 of this chapter. Write to us if you have any doubts by dropping your questions in the comments below, and we will answer them within 24 hours. I will see you in the next video.